of Milwaukee's realest conversations. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Need a way to hype up your day?
Hello, is this Shirley?
This is she.
Shirley, you are our Gruber 5K giveaway winner this quarter. Congratulations.
What would you do with $5,000?
Going to look at buying me a pickup truck. That will be some of my down payment.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
I love you guys.
I got money now.
Truth Nation, it's your boy Tory Lowe, and I need to let you know the award-winning Tory Lowe Show can now be streamed live on YouTube. How? Every day from 1 to 4. Truth Nation, I am now bringing all the smoke on YouTube every single weekday. Hey, how? I need you to go to YouTube right now and subscribe to 1017 The Truth and check out the award-winning Tory Lowe Show live every afternoon. Milwaukee Black Talk is now streaming live on YouTube.
Now that's powerful.
I take care of the kids, and I take care of my dad. I take care of things at work. The groceries, the cleanups, the meltdowns, the doctor's visits, the family events, mealtimes, bedtimes. I take care of all the things everyone else needs. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Family caregivers are often overloaded. It can feel overwhelming and exhausting. It's no surprise that millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression every year. But help is available, because there may only be one you, but you don't have to do it alone. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org. That's mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve, because mental health care works when you make the call. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis or thoughts of suicide, dial 988, a message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
If a tow truck appears on the scene minutes after your auto accident, think twice before handing them your keys. You may be the target of a common towing scam, which results in being billed several $1,000s. Don't allow any unsolicited tow operators to take your car from the scene. Consult with police or your insurance provider to contact a reputable company. Agree on the rate. And know where they are taking your vehicle. If you suspect insurance fraud, call 800-TEL-NICB. A public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
Hi, I'm Priscilla Presley. My love for animals began when I was 5 years old. That sparked a lifelong commitment to speak up for animals who can't speak for themselves. Elvis and I supported American Humane Society because your compassion can change a life. American Humane Society strengthens the bond between humans and animals. Please visit AmericanHumane.org to learn more. Thank you.
Check it out one time.
Truth Nation, great morning. Welcome to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 FM The Truth. We're inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I am the legendary Home Blow along with my brother,
MC Dame Elsie in the building.
Great morning to you, bro. How you doing and feeling?
Hey, good morning. I'm excited.
All right.
We got interviews. We got what the business is at 8.
Mm-hmm.
And then at 8:30 we got my brother Dr. Derek Harrell, who co-wrote that book which is now a New York Times bestseller.
That part.
For 2 Chainz, The Voice in My Head, is it? I believe it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's dope. It's dope. So he's coming in and doing an interview with us, and I'm excited about that.
That part. Well, welcome, Black. How you doing and feeling?
Feeling better, doing good. Happy it's Friday.
Yeah, that part. You know, Friday is that springboard to be like, okay, I get to rest.
And it's supposed to be like 60 degrees today or something, right?
Yeah, and tomorrow is going to be maybe mid to upper 60s.
Just that fast.
Man.
We had a snowstorm last week.
Yes.
And ain't that what you said?
Well, actually, was it this week? It was Monday.
This week.
Yeah,
it was Monday. It felt
Sunday
like
into Monday. Sunday into Monday. Yeah.
Man, it was this week.
Right.
Monday. That's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy.
But again,
it's going to be 70 degrees with snow on the ground. It'll be melted. But I'm just saying, if the snow pile was big enough,
right,
they may
you
still be
see some ice pockets here and there. But listen, they say that I don't know. I have to remember.
Here you go.
I went. Yeah, I got it.
You're gonna triple down on it.
I'm gonna be like, nope.
Yeah, but that's ridiculous.
That's weather though, man. And for people from Wisconsin, you know what I'm saying, or just the Midwest in general, if you just acting like you don't know that this is how it goes. I remember Wolf D had the song I Always Had Love for You, and he was like, in April, you keep the shovel on standby because we can get a snowstorm in April, so.
Absolutely. I remember one time, and it just goes to show the crazy weather. One time I was young, and me and the cats in the neighborhood always talked about it as we got older, where it was we had on shorts on Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I don't remember the year. I have to go check the almanacs and stuff like that.
Right.
To make sure. But this ain't cat. We had on like shorts on Christmas. That's how crazy the weather is here. That's just a testament to how crazy. And now we just
crazy. Then it all kind of goes into what I'm saying.
We go.
I ain't going there, but I'm just saying.
I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it.
Great morning, ladies.
Well, you know what he's trying to do, right? He's trying to take us down the path of unrighteousness and say something about women being like the weather.
I didn't say that.
That's what he's trying to do.
I didn't.
He didn't say it.
I didn't even allude to that.
I know what you're finna say.
You might be thinking too hard because I didn't. My mind.
Thank you, Will. Thank you, Will. Thank you.
You might
Will.
be overanalyzing it.
No, Will.
Right there you go.
I'm not overanalyzing. I do that quite often.
Yeah,
but on this occasion, that's not the case because I know Homer, and we've had this conversation before on air, and those in the chat they know it as well. And I'm not going down that road.
Yeah, that's why I didn't understand why you would say that. That was not. That was. That was not totally accurate.
Snow on the ground,
but accurate.
It was accurate, but inaccurate
at
the same time.
Broken
clock is right.
Yeah, two can exist. They can coexist.
Listen. Snow on the ground, and it's about to be 70 degrees. Is just ridiculous, though.
Man, it's Milwaukee for me. I've seen it all.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hey, great morning to everybody on our YouTube page as we are on the road to 7,000. We're going to get the analytics from Will to find out where we are. But Anita Nicole, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. Sister Lorena Star Marie, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. R.N. Kawanda, coming in third. Great morning. Love you, appreciate you.
What happened on Tuesday?
Homer, I went black to listen to you and Bailey from Tuesday, and she was cracking up. Bailey said that the video that is out where all of the people were running on the beach down in Florida, that she saw R.N. Kawanda. She said she saw R.N. Kawanda running, in that crowd of people where.
There she go. Where's water?
Yep, absolutely. And Bailey stood on it.
She stood on it.
So,
R.N. Kawanda, were you in that picture? Were you in that video?
Hey.
What was the video? Just people running on the beach?
It was like a stampede.
Okay.
And it looked like a bunch of roaches. Like if you turn the light on, and it's. Nah, you didn't see that
I didn't see
clip? If we could find that clip, it was showing the stampede of people. They said that there was shooting going on, but then some people said it was bottles that when you pop them, they sound like guns. But then law enforcement said there were 3 to 4 shots fired. So, but all I know is I seen a lot of people that looked like me that were they were running. It was like Forrest Gump. Run, Forrest,
Will, you got that
run.
video? Did you just find it that quick?
Yeah, 1 second. I'll pull it up.
Yeah, because and just look closely because you will see R.N. Kawanda there. It's like, that's her right there. I was like,
R.N. Kawanda said she was not there. She's in the hospital.
Yeah, well, she works there. and I hope that she's not a patient.
Well, I hope she's not a patient either.
Right.
I still want to see this video of the people running.
Hey, you know what? But that really makes me believe and side with Bailey now.
That was her because she got hurt.
She got hurt. There it Yes.
There you go.
And now you're in the hospital.
No, she in the hospital.
Now you're in the hospital. And good thing that Dr. Clarissa Lawrence, great morning, love you, appreciate you. So, nurse, you can get support from Dr. Clarissa Lawrence. You know what I'm saying?
Iron Quanta said, stop it. But she's laughing, though.
It's her. Bailey said it's her, so it's her. If Bailey said it and stood on it.
She
stood on it.
She stood on business?
10 toes down, man.
Okay.
So, hey.
It may have been.
Yeah. So, yeah, we praying for you, though.
It may have been. You know, when I was young, I'm going to tell this story, and it's going to show how I get up here and talk crazy, and I talk educated and do stuff, but I was young and dumb as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we used to do things at, like, Summerfest where we would just start running to see how many people would run with us. We was like 14, 15, and so we would just start running, and then people would start running with us. Like, where we running from? That's black people, though.
Yeah, and in actuality, because that bad tradition continued, I think it was part of the demise of African World Festival.
We didn't do it at African World Festival.
I know y'all didn't.
Oh,
but I'm saying because it continued.
Oh, yeah.
They would, because they would start running. And so everybody was like, you saw, you saw Ari and Kawanda, you know what I'm saying, down there in Florida. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, oh, shoot, if Ari and Kawanda try to run to get out the way, we got to go.
Black people, if somebody's running, because we grew up in the hood, if somebody's running, you run too.
Yeah, because we're not going to wait. We're not going to wait like some people will wait and be like, well, what are they running for? You know what I'm saying? We out of here.
We could be 2 blocks down and be like, what are we running for?
Yep.
Out of breath. What happened?
I call it the Forrest Gump.
What happened? I heard a dog chain rattle or something. If you hear that dog chain rattle in the hood, you better up. You better bounce.
Right.
Something's coming. And that crazy dog done got loose. And it's time to go. You know? So, you know what? I saw a meme the other day on Instagram where they were... the lady was in a cornfield. It was a white lady in a cornfield. And she was like, I came into the cornfield to take a walk, and I thought I was by myself. And then she looks, and she takes the camera, and behind her is some people in all white staring at a scarecrow. And then she says, I'm going to go take a closer look. And then the black person intervenes real quick, and he's like, you need to go take a closer look to your car. See, that's the difference.
Yeah.
Like we don't need to know.
Right.
There's no reason for us to know what's going on.
Right, and we're not waiting.
We're not waiting.
We're not waiting. We're gonna move around, but that's another change. It's like it's a paradigm shift because we have people that are coming up now that they run to the fights. And
because they want to video it and stuff like that. Crazy, right?
Yeah, man.
You want to see the video?
Yeah, let me see the video.
Yes. So.
Authorities in Daytona Beach are addressing spring break chaos seen over the weekend. Maybe you've seen the videos of the crowds on social media. Here's just some of them if you haven't. Officials say there was an unsanctioned spring break gathering that brought large crowds out to the beach. And during the chaos, there was a claim that a shooting had happened, which sent people running for cover. We heard from the Volusia County Sheriff.
The beach was trashed, as you would expect when you have that many people coming in there. So we'll see what this week has in store for us.
The sheriff says there were 4 shootings that happened Saturday, but were not related to the beach crowds.
Yeah.
No, them college kids, but it could have been,
Yeah, but Ariane Kawanda was out there, and she says she's a patient tonight. So, yeah. So, hey, listen, we're prayers for you. You know what I mean?
She
said, "No, I will never be in the middle of such foolishness."
Twisted her ankle on the beach.
Yeah, that's what I think.
But
from what Bailey said,
I wouldn't have did that either.
Shout out to Bailey.
I would have never went to something like that anyway.
Right.
Even when I was young.
Bruh.
I didn't do stuff like that. I'm not going.
Because it's going to be.
First of all, I don't like people that much. And second of all, I'm not finna go someplace where it's an uncontrolled atmosphere like that. You know what I'm saying? And you can call me scared. You can call me what you want. I've seen too many of my friends.
But you're alive. Call me alive.
Yeah,
call me safe.
too many of my friends been shot. I've seen people shoot people. I've seen all that.
Right.
Nah, I'm straight.
Yeah, call me alive, call me safe. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that part. We've got to get ready to take care of some bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. Again, don't forget, coming up at 8 a.m. is What the Business Is. And then at 8:30
we got Dr. Derek Harrell, co-author of The Voice in My Head with 2 Chainz, New York Times bestseller.
That part. We'll be black.
Milwaukee Black Talk.
You don't want to be there. You don't like the work. You don't like the people. Now, there are some differences. The only difference is modern American slavery and capitalism versus 19th century. We were dramatically more primitive back then. And a slave that is able to buy their freedom is the same as the disaffected, disgruntled worker that is able to buy their way into entrepreneurship because that for them is free.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Walk in for a suit, walk out with 2. It's buy one, get one half off throughout March at Nick Avani's. Suits, blazers, hats, jeans, and more. Everything you need from a hands-on team that styles you from head to toe. Find a suit, add shoes for half the price. Land a perfect 2-piece set? Now add a vest for 50% less. Prom, weddings, galas, whatever's on your calendar, now's the time to stop in to Nick Avani's. 2nd floor at Mayfair Mall across from AMC. Buy one, get one half off throughout March at Nick Avani's. Some exclusions may apply. See store for details.
Discover your new favorite city, Milwaukee. Catch a sunrise over Lake Michigan. Sip your way through craft breweries. And dive into a dining scene that's turning heads. From museums and music to thrilling sports teams and buzzing nightlife, Milwaukee delivers all season long. Good things are always brewing on the fresh coast. The expert guides at visitmilwaukee.org have everything you need to fully plan every detail. Whatever it is you'd like to do in Milwaukee. Plan your trip today at visitmilwaukee.org.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other. Leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Great morning, Truth Nation. We got some business to take care of, Dane.
Wait a minute, y'all. You buy one, we buy the other. The Analysis Live, one of the biggest nights in Wisconsin sports, and we don't want anyone to miss out. You buy one ticket, and ESPN Wisconsin is going to buy the other. Be there for the night that will have everyone talking. March 27th, The Analysis Live is a completely unpredictable show with Thanasis Antetokounmpo and surprise guests. Were you there when Stephen A. Smith joined or when Bobby Portis brought down the house? Were you there when Giannis walked on stage? The Analysis Live is can't miss. TALiveshow.com is where you get tickets. And enter code ESPN Wisconsin BOGO. That's ESPN WIBOGO. When you check out, that's ESPN Wisconsin BOGO. The stars will be out. Woo! That's because Ric Flair's going to be here, y'all. And so should you. Buy one, get one for Thanalysis Live on March 27th at the Riverside Theater. TALiveshow.com. I wanted to read the other one. The woo! Well, I wanted to give them my woo!
It's a BOGO, though.
It's a BOGO. So, woo to the BOGO.
There you go.
Get there and buy one, get one free. Come on, y'all.
That part. Dame, in the news as of late is Cesar Chavez. And there's still more fallout that is happening. People are covering up statues, and there's growing support to take his name off of 16th Street, well, formerly 16th Street, and it's changed to Cesar Chavez Drive. What's your thought? You know, me and Bailey had a chance, and of course we've heard our teammates, Sherwin and Kyle, you know, all had their takes. What is your take on that situation?
My take is this. Cesar Chavez was always who he was.
Mm-hmm.
There was never a moment that Cesar Chavez was not who he was, who we are seeing now, and who they are talking about more now. It was just the things he did then. We have to realize this man died in 93.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So that means he was in his 60s or 70s then. That was 34 years ago, 33 years ago, rather.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, times have changed. And so the era that we're in now, the things that he did are looked upon more harshly when they probably should have been looked upon more harshly then.
Correct.
But we lived in a society where if they felt as if someone was doing good, the greater good outweighed the negatives that may have been in the background. In this case, nah. There was always rumors of Cesar Chavez and younger girls. There were and a lot of people give, because we're going through this stuff with ICE and this, that, and the other. They revisited it, but Cesar Chavez was not a fan of immigration. Mm-hmm. He worked for the migrant farmers, which is the oxymoron in it, but he was not a fan of immigration. He didn't like illegal immigrants. He would call them wetbacks. He would do things like that. You know, they had his brother was on a police a unit or something called like the Wet Patrol or something. And they would be like ICE. They would go out and round up illegal immigrants and stuff like that. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, if he was alive today, he probably would be a supporter of ICE. I'm going to be 100 and say that, because he didn't. The history and the things that I've read have said that's how he felt about what we would call illegal immigrants. That's how he felt. Now, even though he worked for migrant workers, and even then, like I heard Andrew say it on Tori's show, and I have to concur off of the stuff that I read, because I had done readings about him years ago, was that he really wasn't the person ever that they made him out to be. He was more so co-opted the leadership and became the one that they wanted, the powers that be wanted to talk to.
Absolutely.
And in that case, when that happens, maybe this is a correction of and they're using this to correct something that went wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because when he passed, we gave him the street, did all of that stuff. I don't think he should have maybe gotten the street. We need to do more vetting. And that's why when I was working in the 15th district and people would come and ask for streets, no. I don't know you that good. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I'm not gonna just, even if it's an honorary street where it's just a block, no. Because I'm giving you this credit, and it may be people that's really doing the work that want to get that same credit, and here you come petitioning us to have a street named after you. You've been in the hood for 2 years. Okay, cool. You may have been doing work everywhere else, but we don't know you.
That's right.
I give you a street, then we get this issue that happens here, And let's be real, the stuff that they're talking about now with Cesar Chavez is not new.
Right. And there are documents
they've known about this.
Blacking this.
Yeah, they've known about this. But then again,
and most of the women, they're still alive.
They're still
you know
alive.
What I'm saying?
So teenagers, they're in their 40s and 50s, so they still around. But then again, you correlate it to where we are now in our history, present time. We got Trump, who has similar accusations, just as credible accusations taking place, And nobody's saying nothing. They're not even investigating it. So we're basically committing the same mistake again.
Mm-hmm.
You know? We're basically doing it again. And in doing it again, that's what's happening.
No doubt. Great morning, love you. Appreciate you on our YouTube. Said Cesar Chavez is the perfect example of why you should never idolize human beings. That type of reverence should be reserved for God.
Yeah, put my faith in God, not in man.
Mm-hmm.
That's facts.
Talking about statues and
all of that stuff. Yeah, that's facts. I'm 100% behind that comment. I don't believe that anyone, I may think you did some great stuff, and you were a great person in this regard, but I'm not finna put you in, on this level of, worshiping you and putting up statues and stuff like that. And then, I heard people talking about, comparing it to MLK and whatever he may have done, his indiscretions that may have passed. I don't know if it was as bad as, messing with little girls, though.
Yeah. Me and Bailey talked about it yesterday, and it was infidelity.
Yeah. And that's not good.
Right.
I'm saying he's a man of the cloth. He's a reverend and stuff like that. So obviously, that's not a good thing to do. But yeah, come on, that ain't messing with it.
Right.
And I would never say it's not to that level. You know what I'm saying? Of messing with little kids. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Underage girls and things like that. That's something different.
Yeah.
That's that. Now, what happens in that household? That's their problem. That's an issue they have to, Coretta and him would have had to have deal with. It's personal. That's what you say. That's personal.
Right.
Because the man over here is something else. He's not coming to us talking about you need to live the righteous path and you need to, if you cheating on your wife and he's not the preacher that's speaking against homosexuality, but in the background is doing something else. That's not what he's doing.
Because you're talking about pedophile. You get what I'm saying when we're talking about the things that Cesar Chavez has been documented. Like I say, it's something different when you got them receipts.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying?
Different.
You got them receipts. The other situations can still be, whether they are true or not, for Dr. King, accusations. But, who really knows besides him and his wife?
Right. Those are all accusations and tapes that the FBI may have had COINTELPRO. We're going to believe anything they come with anyway. So it's that source as well. But with this one, it's like, okay, these women, it's not just one. You know what I'm saying? It'd be different if it was just one. Okay, maybe she's disgruntled, something, this happened, let's get some more. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't believe her. I'm just saying unless she has some type of evidence, physical evidence in that. But now you got 5 or 6 or 7 or however many it is saying the same thing. Okay, now a pattern has developed, sir.
Yep.
And the same can be said about Trump. You know what I'm saying? A pattern has developed. But then again, this is going to be the flip side of it, right? We have a Latino man who his legacy is being torn down.
Right.
Whereas white people and their historic figures are allowed to exist, and people say, oh, it was just the times they were living in. Because if we can say this about him, then what about George Washington? What about Thomas Jefferson?
Right.
What about all of these people that you see that are nameless, that have statues throughout the city? If you look into their histories, they were not so great people. Some of them Confederate people. Some of them
yes, sir.
So if you're a Confederate person, that means you fought for slavery. You know what I'm saying? And you probably owned slaves. Anybody that owned slaves was raping those women. You know what I'm saying? There was not one slave owner that was not taking advantage of those slaves, those enslaved that they had. So in that case, we should go through and we should just take down everything. Just start over.
Right.
Right. But it's selective as to when they do it. So I will say that it's selective as to when that outrage is passed along and it's done. While we talking about MLK, well, we should be talking about, like I said, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson.
Right.
All these other JFK. Everybody that had these salty things in their backgrounds
Yep.
That we still put on these pedestals.
Black ground ain't squeaky clean. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. If you have something you'd like to add to this discussion this morning, 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017. Truth in the Morning will be black.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
Metastatic breast cancer, or stage 4 breast cancer, happens when cancer spreads beyond the breast to other parts of the body. About 168,000 women are living with it today, with Black women at a higher risk due to various factors. Research has led to treatments that help manage the disease and improve quality of life. The Everyday Counts study explores how nutrition and exercise coaching can support women with metastatic breast cancer. To learn more about the Everyday Counts study in Milwaukee, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu. If you or someone you know has stage 4 breast cancer, please encourage them to call and enroll in this valuable study. Again, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu.
Eastbound 94. We did have that earlier broken down vehicle right about at 35th Street. That's gone now. So we just have a little bit of a backup heading through from Mitchell Boulevard to 35th. The westbound side's tightening up right through the stadium interchange to Mitchell Boulevard as well. Northbound 41 starting to slow down before Mayfair Road all the way up to Burleigh. And that's it. Everything else is looking pretty good. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly cloudy skies, a high of 52. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a low of 34. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth Nation, welcome back to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. We are inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I am the legendary Homer Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Elsie, in the building.
Hey, Dame, you know, we were talking about Cesar Chavez and Shaniqua, great morning, love you, appreciate you. Brother LaRon Taylor on our YouTube, great morning, love you, appreciate you. Isaac Owen, great morning, love you, appreciate you. Let's see. There was, besides, you know, talking about, like I say, this Cesar Chavez, and if anybody has anything, we've pretty much been covering it on all of our teammates on their shows have been covering it. Right. Sherwin, of course, we had Kyle with Truth to Power. Not sure if Tori covered it.
We talked about it for a second.
Yeah, but there's a video going around on social media where there was an altercation by a school bus.
Right.
And it appeared to be two parents, or could one have been the bus driver?
One was the bus driver.
And something happened where the bus driver may have, I don't know if they just pulled the child by their hand or whatever, but it appears from it. We can't play the video because you wouldn't be able to hear it to get the context of it because there's explicit language throughout the video.
Thrown around.
Yeah. But the thing that grabbed me is when you are a parent and your child is saying, "Come on, mama, come on, come on, daddy," like, and you're like, "Nah, just go to the car." Like, what's your thoughts on that?
Man, I can't do it.
I couldn't do it either.
I can't do it. If one of my
kids are there,
if one of them is looking at me and they like, "Come on, let's go,"
because you're leading by example.
I'm gonna be like, "I bet." You know what I'm saying? I may, cause and I've told this story before. It's happened to me. I was performing at Summerfest. My daughters and their cousin was there, and they hadn't seen me perform, and they was excited. It was Summerfest. Summerfest pulled the bull where they cut our show time down to, we had like 45 minutes an hour, then they cut it down to 45 minutes, and they cut it down to 30 minutes. The next thing you know, they were like, "This your last song," and we were like, "What are you talking about?"
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right. Because you done set it's show prep.
It's show
like
prep.
We already know what's going on, who we bringing out during this solo, and all of that.
Prepared for 4 months. If you know Black Elephant, we done prepared for 4 months for this, and Virgo Benny can attest to this. And so then they cut our show short. And I was so mad back, and then we was mad, right? And we went backstage, sat in the dressing room, and then they told us you gotta get out the dressing room. And we're like, "What? The artist doesn't want y'all back here at all, or this, that, and the other." Like, come on, man, what is you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They got their dressing room, we got ours. This ain't our first time performing at Summerfest. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, man, I'm not going nowhere till I get done drying off. I change my clothes, do whatever. I'm not finna go out here like that. You know what I'm saying? No, you gotta go now. So me and the security guards got into it. I mean, I'm about to knock some heads. And we get to we arguing, going back and forth, and I look, and my kids is standing there, just looking at me like, and I was like, and even in that moment, I still wanted to get wild.
Right.
Because I felt disrespected, and I felt like they was doing too much. I was like, "All right, bet." I walked off. I was so mad, and my wife was telling me, like, "I see you walked off. I'm proud of you for that."
Right.
But because she know me, and I see you walked off. That was good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because in that moment, I'm like, somebody finna get their head bust. This was finna have a battle
that
royal
part
back here. But then I looked down and I saw them, and they had on matching white skirts and sweaters to match and stuff. And I'm like, no,
can't do it.
So in this situation, the video we're talking about, y'all. The one of the kids, the mother, I guess it's the mother arguing with a bus driver. The kid of the mother comes up a few times and is like, "Mama, let's go.
Right.
And she's saying, "Go back to the car. Go back to the car."
Yep.
"Mama, let's go." Now it's not even about the kid no more, because you arguing about this woman pulling on this kid, and the kid is like, "Mama, let's go."
Right.
And now it's about your pride of somebody touching your kid. Cool, I get that. But now it's extended past that, and it's to the point where now you're arguing with this person and you refuse to back down.
Right.
And that's what we talk about all of the time, is people refusing.
Egos, emotions, and when you do that, you blur the situation, because now, as the mother, you telling your son or daughter to go back to the car. Well, guess what? You probably gonna have to use that car to take them to school, because the bus driver is going to report your behavior. And even if you call yourself report, they'd be like, "Well, your child won't be allowed to ride the bus anymore."
G-Ash 19 said the child touched the driver inappropriately, and the mother didn't like the driver allegedly checking her son, or must have put hands on him, might have swung on him, and pushed him off of her or something like that. And whatever it was, we don't know.
Right.
But somehow the driver's hands got on the kid. The mama didn't like it. And, the mother can say what she needs to say, but the way that it ended in a physical altercation,
right,
with them throwing punches all in front of these kids, that's a bad example you're giving to these kids.
Absolutely. And then what happens, and what is the trauma that is caused to your child or your children when they got to now watch their mother being arrested.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because now it's like, well, I got my baby. You didn't think about none of that then. See, that hindsight is what destroys a lot of people. You got to think about all of that. Like, Dame, when you were in that situation at Summerfest, if you would have gotten into the physical altercation, of course they send in law enforcement to get you.
Getting arrested. Yeah.
In front of your kids.
Right.
And that's just not an image that I want them to see. I've seen too many videos where the kids are crying, like, oh, because they watching their parents be, handcuffed or arrested or tased or whatever the case may be. And that's a traumatizing moment there. And so I think I have to think above just my personal feelings and emotions at that time and be like, you know what, you're right. You're right. Let me go. I'm saying to myself about my children. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or even if it was Cheryl. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If Cheryl's like, Homer, just come on. Just come on. She don't want to see no harm come to me. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
She don't want to see, Homer, he got locked up or this happened or that happened. And especially even more in this day and age, even though a bus driver shouldn't be packing,
you never know.
Because they run into these kind of situations. It's common. It ain't even like, well, we've never had this issue.
Because you got a bus full of people's kids.
Right.
And people
and they still got to get home.
Right. People are very emotional about their kids.
Mm-hmm.
And in a bus full of kids, you never know what could happen, what could take place. So I understand what you're saying about somebody may have a little 22 or something in their pocket or something because a parent come up to the bus acting crazy about a kid. I've seen it happen. And in this situation, though, I think a lot of times we as parents and as adults, we get so wrapped into the disrespect that someone else is placing on us, the ownership we have over our children, and I'm going to be the only one that put my hands on this kid and this, that, and the other. Cool, I get that. But once again, what is the message you're sending
absolutely
to this child, and how are you going to tell this child that they should always
do this and do that,
be the bigger person, and walk away from certain situations, but here you are. You fighting. She looked like she just had got off work herself.
Yes.
So you just get off work. This person's at work, letting kids off the bus or on the bus or whatever the case may be, and now y'all out here tussling.
Right, and you ain't even trying to find out what really happened to know that this was not unprovoked reaction or response.
Yeah.
Your child.
and if what the truth and if what the chat is saying,
right?
And that was the issue that took place. I don't know because I wasn't there.
Right, absolutely.
And we only saw.
And it's not like a news report on it.
It's just something we're speaking about that's indicative of where we are.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the case, and your kid was wrong, I'm gonna go up to that woman and be like, "Thank you."
That's right.
Thank you.
And we need more of that.
If this little boy touched you in a way that you didn't like, thank you for whatever you did to him. Because that's the difference in the parenting now, as opposed to, I hate doing that, but I have to do it on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I hate doing the it was better back then type of thing because it was my generation. But in this situation,
it was better.
And I hate doing that though. But
I know,
because it's not. It's just, statistics. I'm a data-driven person, but I'm just saying, in this situation though, I know my moms would have been like, you got what you deserve.
Mm-hmm.
And she would have told that bus driver,
thank you. Right.
And I'm going to whoop his ass too.
This is where I go with PWKs, people with kids, because it's a difference. It's a difference because parents, in my opinion, would absolutely do that. On the True Talk text line, 833-212-1017, Shy V, great morning, love you, appreciate you, said these grown people have less self-control than the kids. Some of these parents was the students in the basement classes or the ones that barely came to school. No Child Left Behind Act educationally messed society up, so most people can't comprehend. It's followed up by Shy V saying, it's crazy, but what if the bus driver would have took it overboard and called the police just to get her point across? If that little boy touching grown women, just imagine how he'll turn out or what he has done to another little girl.
And in the mom's defense, the little boy may not have. We don't know if the school had got involved or whatever. So the little boy may not have told the whole truth, and she's just going up there saying, you know, the little boy may be like, the bus driver put hands on me, mama, and so that's all they know. That's all they going off. But see me, I'm always like, okay, the bus driver put hands on you. Mm-hmm. What prompted that?
Right.
What? So just so I can get all of the facts.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to go up here and act a nut if I don't know all of the facts. Mm-hmm. I got to know all of the facts and know what's going on.
That's right.
Now, if an ass whooping is in order, after that, all right, go home. Mm-hmm. Me and her for that. Me and dude, because it's gonna be another man. Because I'm not gonna fight a woman. It's gonna be another man bus driver. Me and him finna have a conversation. Mm-hmm. Go home with your mama, and then now we might get it in.
Right.
But I'm not going to get it in front of the kids.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's it. That's all.
That's it.
We got to get ready to take care of some bills, but the True Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017. What's your truth on this situation? How do you think it should have been handled and how it should have been resolved? Would you have reacted the same way that the mother did, and you got your child saying, Mama, let's go. Mama, let's go. Give us your truth on that. Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM. The Truth will be black.
Truth Nation is the best fan base in the country.
Been listening to you guys for probably a month. It's some change now, and this is one of my favorite radio shows. And I'm 24, so I used to think talk shows was like an old head thing, and y'all got me hooked.
Welcome to Truth Nation.
We want you to tap into the talk and text line every show, every day at 833-212-1017. Milwaukee Black Talk, 101.7 The Truth.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
When I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, I had so many questions. I didn't even know that it was cancer. Now I do. It is cancer. Blood cancer. It's actually one of more than 100 different types, and they're all treated differently. Now, unlike some other forms of cancer, usually there's no tumor. You can't screen for it to prevent it, and the symptoms can look like other things, so it could be hard to diagnose. I had a fever for weeks. I was so tired all the time. I didn't feel like eating or doing anything else for that matter. And I know that this can feel scary. But if you know what to look out for, you'll know what to tell your doctor. And you'll feel more empowered to take the next steps. Like getting in touch with the people who know the ins and outs and can help with everything blood cancer related. Blood Cancer United. They work one-on-one with each person who reaches out to answer questions and offer resources. Blood Cancer United was there for me, and they can be there for you.
Go to bloodcancerunited.org to learn more.
Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all.
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 Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
Prizes,
exclusive experiences,
even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting truthcontests.com.
That's truthcontests.com.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Welcome, Black Truth Nation. The Truth Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017. As the adult in the situation, if you were confronted with this situation where at this bus, the mother of a child and the bus driver of that child were to get into a disagreement, but this ended up turning into a fight. But you have your child saying, "Come on, Mama, let's go. Come on, Mama, let's go." Mm-hmm. How would you have handled that? Would you have been the parent that would have said, "You just go back to the car. I got this out here"? And another point that I brought up while we were taking care of some bills to Dame is the fact that the children that are on the bus are probably filming this altercation.
Right.
And you're trying to tell them, you shouldn't have did this, you shouldn't have did that as your son or daughter. But look at what you're doing. Like, I'm telling you, to some of them, that's a pass to fight on the bus. Like, look at his mama. That's what my mama would have did. And I'm sure that from their vantage point, when they went home and probably shared what they saw while they were on that bus to their parents, that some of the parents would have co-signed, I'd have beat her ass too. Mm-hmm. Which is right.
And that's the problem.
So, but 833-212-1017, we want to get your thoughts and opinions on this situation. If you have an opinion, because don't forget, coming up at 8 a.m. is What the Business is. Powered by We Energies. So we'll be getting ready for that segment. But right now, we still got a little more time to get your thoughts and opinions on this. Do you think the mother handled it the same way you would have handled it as a mother or a father? Would you have addressed it? And then if you have your child, like that to me, just
that's the part.
That silences, you know what I'm saying? Everything. You're like, you know what? My son or my daughter is right.
You turn around, you see them eyes looking at you. And
yeah,
like,
man. Yep.
All right, man.
Woosah.
I'm gonna keep
and be like,
you got yours coming, Mrs. Bus Driver.
That's it.
But I'm gonna keep going.
I know your bus
this
number.
Ain't over.
I know your route number. I know all of that.
Right.
I will be calling the office.
This ain't over.
I'm
gonna walk away right now.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? In this moment, and because it ain't even just your kids. It's all of these kids.
Right, bro.
And I'm always thinking about that. Like, I've made enough mistakes in my life that have traumatized my kids. That this is one that I can control. You know what I'm saying? And all of them is something you can control, but it's just different. You make a mistake, you don't know it's going to be a mistake. You do something, you don't know what.
Right.
But in this one, you know for sure, if I get into it with this person or get into a physical altercation with this person, they're going to be traumatized off of that. Either they're going to see mama get beat up or they're going to see mama beat somebody up. And now mama has lost all credibility.
That's right.
She's talking about.
That's right.
Walk away from stuff. Be the bigger person. You don't know what's gonna happen. Now if I see mama fight or daddy fight, now I'm like, well, I can fight too.
That's right.
That's what I'm gonna do.
That's right. Absolutely.
Fighting is the answer. Must be the answer. And we can say that's trivial and kids are smarter than that, but you're gonna do what your parents do.
Absolutely.
And if they're young enough to be on the school bus, they see that.
Yep. On the Truth Talk text lines and on our YouTube page. We see you, Sandra. We'll be coming to you in just a moment. But Mahdi said black men respond differently when it comes to their kids. The driver would be unalived, period. See?
I don't know, Alfonso.
I ain't
going that far.
Right. Sandra, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. You hear us talking about this bus driver situation where there was a confrontation between a mother and a bus driver, and then the son was like, come on, mama, let's go. And she was like, no, you go to the car. And it wasn't like he just said it once.
Came back like 3 times.
Yeah, he came back with it like 3 times. So, Sandra, what's your truth?
Good morning.
Great morning. Good morning.
I think my truth is just, when you talk around to your relatives and people. Now, my brother-in-law, he always said something like taking up attitudinal healing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm one to say think before you, act, because, a lot of times you got, like the Trayvon incident. Had that guy Zimmerman thought before he acted with his gun, the young kid would have been alive today. See, things can get real critical in some states, especially where you can, carry that gun. So I'm always saying think before you act, because I was in an incident one time up north there, but just to get some driver license, that real ID stuff, and I was with a friend. And so when I come out, first I went to the license place.
Okay.
And they wouldn't give me my license because they said I had been married. And my Social Security card had my maiden name and my married name, and then I had been married before. And so they wouldn't take it. So I had to go to the to the license plate, City Hall, and get my stuff straight, take it back to them. So on my way out to my car, I couldn't get in my car because this guy had his door open.
Mm-hmm.
The white guy and the white lady. The white lady was on the phone on the other side of the car because she was driving. So the guy had his leg out the door, and that was my driver's side, so I couldn't get in. And so I asked him, could he move his leg so I can get in my car? Mm-hmm. And he told me no because he had surgery. He couldn't move. I went around to her, and she threw her hand up in the air. I'm on the phone,
Mm-hmm.
Don't talk to me. So I had a relative in the car, and she ran over there and slammed the door on this man. But I got mad at her because you got to think before you act.
Mm-hmm.
Because what if she had slammed his leg in the car? He could have said, I felt threatened.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's I'm just saying, think before you go out there acting crazy. But anyways, I just want to say one more thing real quick. I just want to say the hypocritical in this Cesar, Chavez stuff.
Uh-huh.
Is we always got to bow down to the rules, which we should if the rule if we're doing wrong. But we got a mess in the White House. A mess. A lot of them, Jim Jordans and all of them, been messing with girls and women and stuff. I don't think we need a true rule thing. I call it hypocritical.
I agree.
Yep. No lies detected from this end.
I said one time on air with DT that the rules only apply when they apply to us.
That part.
And this is another case of that. But if he did it,
Yeah, that part. Al, MKE, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. You hear the conversation. What's your truth?
My truth is the situation with the bus. I want to commend the young child for saying, Mama, come on, let's go, because somebody had some brain, but I think the thing is today, this is a generation of today who don't want to talk because the first thing they do, they want to go in this attack mode, and that's what's messing a lot of black people up. And I also want to sit here and say, I want to push back. All black men just don't come out fighting. Most real black men is going to find out what happened first, and they will give you a warning. If there's something wrong, come talk to me first.
Yep.
Don't put your hand on my child. So I want to put this out here. Black men ain't going upside your head until you have one or maybe two choices. You did something and you then did some disrespect. So I don't want to sit here and say if that was somebody's child, then somebody would be dead. Because, come on, white man is killing black people 24/7 and they still ain't did nothing yet. Okay? So what I wanted to say is that black men will first talk to you and find out what your child did, because all kids are not, telling you when something happened. But once the black man find out, then he's going to correct you.
That's right.
Professionally
That's
and
right.
as an adult before he busts it open to the white meat. So you don't get warning calls and warning signals, but he's going to talk to you the first. Just like most black women. Black women will talk to you. A black parent going to talk to you first before they split that meat. So I just want to put that out there. I don't want this thing going on us as black people that we're going to just bust your head first without asking questions.
That's right.
We always ask you questions first when it comes to the kids.
Yeah.
But after you do that, then you're going to get your ass whooped. Okay, there you go.
All right.
ain't lying.
Yeah, I know. No lies detected. And the thing with black men, black fathers, is we want to hear what happened. So we're not coming in the reactive stage that I saw that particular mother. She came in with just
straight
ruthless aggression, like, oh, it's going
That's
down.
never a good thing to do. I'm going to come in, I'm going to get your side of the story.
Yeah.
There's always two sides of the story.
Three sides.
There you go.
Your side, they side, and the truth.
I'm going to get some of the sides.
That's right.
And I'm going to see what's happening, and I'm going to come to a conclusion. And if after that conclusion,
that's it.
I've determined
there it is.
You went too far.
There it is.
You're going to get a Claire Huxtable check-in.
That part.
Because that's, a black woman will give you a Claire Huxtable check-in. And you're going to get it, and it's going to be serious. My mother got 6 degrees, and she has checked people on my behalf so many times. I have sat back and watched it happen.
Right.
And again, in that instance when that's happening, I'm learning how to deal with certain situations where she could have went in there and went off and woo. But instead, listen, this is what's going to happen with my son moving forward. Boom, 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 moving.
That's
these.
it. That's
she's
it.
throwing these words at them, and I'm like, woo!
That part.
That's all I'm saying.
That's why I say words are powerful.
Yeah.
We got to get ready to take care of some bills, but when we return, it's what the business is, powered by We Energies.
Yes.
Energy providing for these local black-owned and operated businesses. So if you have a black-owned business or a black-owned business that you support, that you know needs to get their information and the word out there, or you got an event coming up, 833-212-1017. Start calling now, 833-212-1017. And at 8 a.m., we're going to find out what the business is. Truth in the Morning will be black.
Join me every Friday at 11 a.m. for the Milwaukee Experience with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee. We're a city that knows how to celebrate, where the calendar is packed with festivals, the plates are piled high with flavor, and a lakefront sunrise sets the stage. Here in Milwaukee, every street leads to something worth savoring, a place that welcomes you with open arms and where joy is shared in bites, beats, and cheers. The Milwaukee Experience every Friday at 11 a.m. exclusively on The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee.
Coming with straight truth.
Did you go along with this? Did you plot this out? Did you go into the store with the intentions of causing a negative situation? This is the part that people don't like once they get into court after they get caught. Now, should he be executed for killing somebody he didn't do? I don't think so. He's already serving life. He's going to die in prison. I think that that's what's going to happen. At the same time, this is a message to the younger folks.
Catch the Tory Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
Nathan has taught me to embrace the moment. Age-wise, I'm in my late 60s. I'm old enough to be his grandfather. Will he be embarrassed to acknowledge me as his dad? I think the most important thing we can do is let them know that they're safe, that they're valued and cared for and loved, and that they're important.
I knew I wanted to be adopted by him because of how he taught me to be the person who I am today. And it's coming from a dad that didn't expect to become a dad. And I feel very proud to be his son.
That was what he needed, and he was what I needed. Every day is full of new opportunities. That's what it's been about, realizing the simple things that it takes to make such a huge difference in these kids' lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Williams, and I want to share with you the role that diabetes has had in my family. I lost my grandmother at the early age of 64 due to complications with diabetes. She was warm, generous, and a constant encouragement for me to follow my heart. Did you know that African Americans experience chronic kidney disease at a rate that's 25% higher than white Americans? And we're almost 4 times more likely to develop kidney failure. Diabetes and high blood pressure are leading causes of kidney disease, which can result in kidney failure, needing dialysis, or a kidney transplant. The good news is that you have the power to check out how well your kidneys are doing and learn ways to prevent them from failing. So go to your doctor and get yourself checked out. Visit linkbylovetv.org to learn more. Get the facts, get checked, and get healthy.
We are the home of Milwaukee Black Talk. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
What the business is. Yeah. We all here for our men and our women and our kids. Dang. Everybody, what the business is. Hey. You got the business, let me know what it is.
Hey, what the business is.
You got the business, let me know what it is. Hey, y'all.
It's 8 a.m. It's actually 8:01 a.m. And if you were supposed to be at work at 8, you are late.
You're late.
So now, don't be late now calling in, because it is time for What the Business Is, which is sponsored by We Energies, powered by We Energies. And of course, it is helping those local Black-owned and operated businesses share their information, so not only you know and not only a few people know, the world can know. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to know what the business is. So if you know somebody that has a business that you like and you support, and some people may not know, and you know the phone number. Hell, it could be a hairstylist. You know what I mean? We want to know. The Truth Talk text line for what the business is, 833-212-1017. We're going to Antoine. Antoine, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. What the business is. Can you tell us what the business is?
Yep, PWD Computers. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning.
You know, give us a good morning. Good morning. Hey, we're located at 3800 West Valise Street.
Mm-hmm.
We're open from Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. We want to let you guys know we still got those specials, $399 for a Windows 11 14-inch laptop. And also, we got 22-inch all-in-one HP desktop computers as well, starting at $499. So if you guys are interested in getting upgraded, give us a call or stop on in, and we should be able to get you together. You can find us on all social media platforms under PWD Computers. Give us a call.
Hashtag that part, hashtag facts. I'm telling you, that Windows 11 is going to be like, hey, you better come get me, because if not, you're going to find out in October. Ain't nothing else going to work on your computer. We're going to Patrice. Great morning. Love you, appreciate you. What the business is. Can you tell us what the business is?
Great morning. It's your girl, Just Patrice, your friendly neighborhood massage therapist, reminding you that massage is not a luxury but a lifestyle and should be a part of your everyday living. We have some amazing specials coming up, especially because we'll be down at the gathering tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have an opportunity to make the gathering between, 10 and 4, make sure 10 and 3, come down, have some great specials. I'm not going to tell you what they are. I want you to come see them. Like, I got products that I'm trying to almost give away. In addition to that, my chair massage will be there. And, of course, these hands work, so come and get some of that. Otherwise, if you'd like to know more about the business and you can't make it to the gathering, that's okay. Go ahead and give me a call at 414-909-2488, and we'll see how we can get you in. Or you can visit my website at welcome.com, like, welcome, welcome.com, WELKALM.com, and I'd be more than happy to show you that these hands work.
Yeah, absolutely, like she did this week for me. So
I was going to say that.
Them hands work. And Bailey was just talking about yesterday after we went off the air. We were like, please give me her information again, because I gotta get on her books. So be expecting a call from Bailey or signing in on the website to set up an appointment, Patrice.
Love that. I'm looking forward to it. I already told Bailey, come on through. I'm gonna take care of her. I'm gonna hook her right on up.
That's dope.
All right, there we go. All right, thank you very much. Of course, now we're going to Nicole. Nicole, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. What the business is? Can you tell us what the business is?
Good morning, everyone. Nicole Goins, founder and executive director of Pretty Girls Are Educated. We are an international youth mentorship program for girls ages 6 to 18, home base here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We have our inaugural Girl You Are Worth Something Gala coming up on April 18th, 2026 at 6 o'clock p.m. at the Denizen MKE. This is a fundraising gala as where we will support or continue to support our mission. However, we have stepped out in faith and will be awarding a scholarship for a first-time freshman college girl attending an HBCU. We have selected North Division High School as our honorary guest, and we will be awarding a scholar from North Division with that scholarship as well. We are working diligently with the team and the staff at North Division to select scholars who deserve this experience and all of that good stuff. We are still looking for sponsors to be able to support these young ladies. We have a few tables available. Tickets and sponsorship opportunities are available via our website, which is prettygirlsareeducated.org, or you can visit Eventbrite to purchase tickets as well. We thank everyone, to include our entire community, because I know y'all going to show up and show out to support our fundraising efforts. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Talking about what the business is. And, of course, if you have a black-owned and operated business, you have an event coming up, or you know a black-owned and operated business, call in now, 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017, and let us know what the business is. Shout out to Dog City and Pop City right here in the 3rd Street Market Hall. And of course, if they have some great food at Dog City, and they got some great selections of popcorn at Pop City. So, Big Ken, listen, make sure you try them out. Black-owned and operated.
Shout out to my man John Dye's Pies.
Yeah.
I have been a fan of Dye's Pies since the inception. When my man used to work at the bank, and then he was like, I'm going to make me some pies.
Right.
I started making pies. Shout out to John Dye. Those pies are great. And, you know, short story, I used to work there. And on the weekends, I would go and sell the pies and stuff like that. So I had a whole speech. I know about all of the pies. So if you got any questions.
Yeah, you and Doc B.
Man, I know it.
Yes,
Me
sir.
and Doc B.
Yes, sir.
We used to tag team them pies.
Slanging them pies.
And the pies was good. And I would do it. And I like doing it because I'll be out talking to people.
That's right.
And just being at these festivals and being at these markets and stuff like that. And then you get used to it. And I would go on the South Side. And the first time I went, I was just like, okay, I'm deep on the South Side. I'm this black man selling pies. And I didn't know what the response was going to be. But they were waiting on me. They were waiting on them pies. So y'all make sure y'all check out Dye's Pies down there at the 3rd Street Market Hall.
Yep. We're going back to the truth lines, what the business lines is right now, powered by We Energies. We got author Sherelle V. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. What the business is. Can you tell us what the business is?
Good morning. Yes, the business is Coloring for the Soul. I am the author of Still Here, Coloring for the Soul in Times of Grief and Healing, which is a coloring book journal that offers those who are going through grief or know someone who's going through grief the opportunity to color or journal their way through the healing process. I offer it as a resource because a lot of people don't really like to talk about their grief, so this gives them the opportunity to express their grief. The coloring book can be purchased through Amazon under the same title, or it can be, you can visit my website at www.coloringforthesoul.com. And also, I have an upcoming event, which is April 18th. It's called Welcome to Spring. It's a vendor pop-up. It is being curated by Coloring for the Soul. It is from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. at Calm Wellness Services, which is at 6333 North Green Bay Avenue, and I hope to see you all there.
All right. Thank you very much, Author Sherelle V.
And I can attest to that. Like I said, every time she calls, I went and ordered that book. It's a great book.
There you go. There you go. Of course, also, shout out to Samantha Collier, Team Teal 365. On April 2nd, they have Paint the City Teal Day. Wear denim every day. Paint the City Teal Day celebration from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Sherman Phoenix, located at 3536 West Fond du Lac Avenue. And later, between 7:30 and 8 p.m., it's the Light the Home Bridge. They're going to light it up teal in representation of the Sexual Assault Awareness Month. So, again, wear teal every day. Shout out to Samantha Collier with Team Teal 365. We're going to Tina. Tina, great morning. What the business is, can you tell us what the business is?
Good morning. Happy Friday.
Hey, happy Friday.
Thank you. So we are having a pop-up this Sunday from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. at OG's on 85th and Brown Deer. That's the old Olive Garden. There are several different vendors selling food and desserts. There's 3 bars in there. And this is my second time doing it, so Big Easy Bites will be in the building selling red beans and rice, catfish,
lasagna, Cajun chicken pasta, shrimp pasta, and desserts.
All right, and that'll be from what time to what time?
12 p.m. to 3 p.m.
All right, and what's the address again?
The address, I don't know the address, but it's on 85th and Brown Deer. It's in the same parking lot as
Mr. B's and Rental Hall.
Mr. B's.
Yep. Yeah, OG's, new on the block. But all right, thank you very much, Tina. Love you, appreciate you. All right, we're going to Nay. Nay, what the business is. Can you tell us what the business is?
Yes, sir. Top of the morning, fellas. How y'all be?
All right, brother. All right.
All right. This is Nay of Queen's Palace Beauty and Wellness Studio. Hey, Queen's Palace Beauty and Wellness Studio offers a range of personalized beauty and wellness services designed to pamper and rejuvenate, from relaxing massages and facials to body treatments, providing a serene environment for self-care and relaxation. You guys can visit me at queenspalace.net. Again, that's queenspalace.net, or you guys can call or text me at 773-466-4388. Again, that area code is 773-466-4388. It's a 773 area code, but this is Queen's Palace of West Dallas.
All right, thank you very much. That's good. Also, you're looking for a home, you can give Cheryl a call at Prolific Realty Group, 414-305-7880. 414-305-7880. Prolific Realty Group. Cheryl, of course, if you are looking for a home, make sure that you give her a call. We got to take care of some bills now, but thank you. We Energies provides you with what the business is every Friday morning at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, giving you a chance to shout out your business. So We Energies providing the energy for what the business is on the Truth 101.7 FM. We'll be black.
Milwaukee, get ready. Join 1017 The Truth on March 24th from 6 to 7 p.m. for a special live conversation about the upcoming Black Family Wellness Expo. Denise Thomas will be joined by members of the Links Incorporated to share how this powerful community event is bringing free health screenings, wellness resources, and support to families across Milwaukee. Don't miss this important discussion and learn how you can get involved. Tune in live March 24th, 6 to 7 p.m. only on 1017 The Truth.
The legendary Broadway show is back. The Wiz. The Chicago Sun-Times raves. It's an eye-popping, high-intensity revival. The music, the voices, the legend returns. Entertainment Weekly says, run, don't ease on down to this spectacular revival. The Wiz. Playing the Marcus Center, March 24th through 29th. Tickets at marcuscenter.org.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Breaking down the issues that shape our city and our future.
The worst kind of whites, not that I'm picking on white folks, but you know how it goes, is the ones that think that they will lose something if this country becomes more fair and equal. I'm going to say that again. The worst kind of white people are the ones that think that if a black person gets a job and gets an opportunity, and they ignore how hard the black person had to work and the racism, the bigotry, and the discrimination, and just how people turn their noses up at smart black people. They hate us. And the black person works really hard and overcomes maybe generational curses of poor health and poverty and all of those things. And we got to deal with the police and the criminal justice system that doesn't often have our backs. And then a black person gets a job, gets an opportunity, and a white person sees that and thinks that they lost. Those are the worst kind.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 to noon. Catch it live on YouTube or tune in to 1017 The Truth. This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Truth Nation, welcome Black. Truth in the Morning. I'm the legendary Home Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Elsie in the building.
I'm excited for what's going to be happening after our next break, man. We're going to be joined by Dr. Derek Harrell and this New York Times bestseller. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's along with, and was it inspired with 2 Chainz?
It's along with. I'll let him answer the questions when they get here, but it's along with, when they do those autobiographies, they have a lot of times they have writers that they sit with and they talk to and they do whatever, and then the writer puts all of the thoughts together
because they know how to do it.
Yeah, so I'll let Verb answer it when he gets here, and I'm excited to have him here because that's like my little brother. You know what I'm saying? I won't waste a lot of y'all time. We can talk about it for real when he get here, but that's like my little brother. We were in Black Elephant together, toured the country together, and while we were doing all of that, he was in school. And he was in school getting his undergrad, getting his master's, then he got his doctorate, and then he bounced and moved to Mississippi and was over. I got a whole introduction I'll give. I won't give it now, but
So I'm excited, man. I'm excited, man, because to see the city getting it in, you know what I'm saying? Representation, man. We are being represented, worldwide in so many different areas. So, and especially when you have to, it's part of the balance that I talk about. We got to talk about some of the things that may not be as comfortable, but we also have to recognize all of the other great things that are going on that sometimes gets put on the black burner. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, we have to make sure that we highlight these things. And even with some of our youth, parents, you got some great children that are doing their thing, and you're proud of them. We want to hear from you.
Yeah.
We want to be able to talk about those that are excelling, and he or she just got accepted in this program, got a full ride scholarship, or even had a business. Like even when we're doing what the business is, even if the child is in school, but if you got a son or daughter that has started their own business, they got their enterprise going on, call in and represent them. Let people know how they can support, where the website is, what the phone number is. We want to know what the business is. That's what it's all about. So we have some happy stories that we have, but Truth Nation, I know that you too have some positive things that we can end up sharing just to help prove what we're talking about. There's a balance. You feel what I'm saying? So everything is not doom and gloom. But we don't get to run from those things, but we also get to talk about all of the other great things that are going on in and around our community, because it's important. And that's how you change the narrative and make sure that you don't get it twisted and people think that is, just one-sided. It's one-sided, because it's not.
Yeah, and it's not. And we have a lot of people in Milwaukee that are doing great things, that are doing important things.
Yep.
And we are going to, moving along in the future, we're going to start showcasing those people.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And this is just one of the first ones and one of the many that we can do that stuff, because y'all don't understand, Milwaukee has a lot of talent. Milwaukee has a lot of people that are involved in so many different areas that are behind the scenes that they don't get the shine of the big stars and stuff like that, but they there.
Right.
And we want to be able to provide a platform for those people to be able to tell their stories and be able to get their flowers, and to be able for y'all to see and for the community to see that there is, if you wanted to be a writer, there's a brother that's doing it.
That's right.
In this instance, there's a brother that's doing it and is doing it well. I just said
LL Cool J. I got you.
Jesus
You know, we
Christ.
hip hop, bro.
That's too much.
We hip hop
in
heads,
me
though,
right
bro.
there. And I said doing it well, and it just came out.
I know.
That was unfortunate.
Hey,
I apologize to the listening audience. But anyway, here's a brother that's doing it and doing it excellently, and has had a goal, had a successful goals and plans, and set out doing it. All this artistic stuff he was doing, and we can showcase that. And I like when we do that on The Truth. I like when that happens.
And, of course, shout out to Anita the coach. Said, I appreciate the truth and the we energies for this segment. The definition of community is sharing, helping, and caring. There it is. There it is. Ronald Watts, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Again, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Will, did we get where we at with the numbers, how far we are away from being at 7,000 subscribers? 7,000 subscribers.
7,000.
Right now we are at 6,417. So, Dame, I'll leave that to you. What's the math?
What did you say again?
6,417.
417? What is that, 583?
See, he's good at math.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we almost there.
Yep.
Yeah, we almost 583 more. Let's go.
That's right. You're going to learn today. You're going to learn today. Hashtag that part, hashtag facts.
Yeah.
Let's see. Again, because we don't want to get too far, because we'll be going into our segment and leading up to the interview. But let's see, something good and great that is going on. I'm really excited about the Team Teal and them being able to get the Hone Bridge involved with lighting the Hone Teal for Sexual Assault Awareness Month, which is very, very important. It's very, very important that we pay attention. And especially when we think about even all of this stuff coming out about Cesar Chavez.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, the allegations have been there. You feel what I'm saying? But now, it's to the forefront. Yeah. And then there's a lot of people that are coming out on social media that are giving their truth about things that they've been through that they haven't shared publicly before. And so it's an important time in April to make sure that we pay attention to that. So at the Sherman Phoenix on April 2nd, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., Team Teal 365, along with a lot of other sponsors, will be presenting, Paint the Town Teal. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be a great situation. So, again, shout out to Samantha Collier, Team Teal 365, always doing a lot of great work. One of the organizations that I gave some of the Aldi's Thanksgiving basket cards to. So that's a great look.
I'm waiting on my brother to send me his realty. He just texted me. He was like, man, you going to shout out somebody else's realty? So I said, man, that Homer did that.
That's right.
But I don't know yours. So I'm waiting on LeMaine to send me his. He's taking too long. Here we go. And we went to go on with the team. So I'm about to switch and want to come on with the team. So now you want to come on with everybody. Listen, man.
Right.
Just send me the information, LeMaine.
Yeah.
Playing games, brother.
Yeah. Because he going to mess around and send him to a duel or Anthony. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to do what? For a whole segment?
Send me the information, man. Playing games, brother.
That part. So, again, we're excited to have in our guest who will be coming up right after we take care of some bills, Dr. Derek Harrell, talking about his New York bestseller book.
New York bestseller.
It's so, man, I'm proud. So, like I say, we'll save some of the...
I've been excited all week.
Yeah, we'll
do the interview.
Yeah, we'll save some of the information, man. And Dame, thank you for setting that up. You get what I'm saying? Just Absolutely. Like, man, listen, I got the plug. I can hit it right up. You know what I'm saying?
People that know people. You know people that know people too. There we go.
Yeah, absolutely. And Bailey know people that know people.
Bailey know people in jail. R. Kelly.
You know what? It's time to get ready to take care of our bills right now. We already talking about Sexual Assault Awareness Month happening in April, and then we bring up
R. Kelly. My bad.
Yeah. So, but he's black on the radio. Stations are not afraid to play him anymore.
Well.
Yeah, but
I'm glad that's His family still got to eat. I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? That's another story.
Yeah. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. When we return, we'll be joined by our special guest, New York Times best-selling author, Dr. Derek Harrell. We'll be black.
Feeling lucky? Then roll into Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee this March for Lucky Rollers. Every Thursday, we're giving away over $70,000 in prizes. Play with your Potawatomi rewards card for entries, and you can roll out with $550 in reward play. Or get lucky and win your share of $16,000 in cash. Lucky Rollers, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Milwaukee, this is the night you don't want to miss. Thanalysis Live is back, March 27th at the Riverside Theater in downtown Milwaukee. You never know who's going to step on stage. Thanalysis has shocked the crowd in past years with surprise appearances by Giannis and Stephen A. Smith. This year, Ric Flair headlines Thanalysis Live. The WWE legend, the Hall of Famer, the Nature Boy. You know there will be plenty of surprises. Friday night, March 27th at the Riverside Theater. Lock in your tickets now. TALiveshow.com. That's TALiveshow.com.
A message from Tia Mori, actress and Fair Celebrity Ambassador.
Game day isn't staged, it's lived. It's the shopping, the cooking, the laughter. For families managing food allergy, that same spirit of preparation means everything. Because food allergy isn't a lifestyle. It's a serious, life-threatening disease that can change everything in a moment. But being ready changes the story. It's knowing the signs, having a plan, and carrying epinephrine everywhere life takes you. Epinephrine is the only treatment that can stop a severe food allergy reaction known as anaphylaxis. It works quickly to reverse the symptoms and can save lives. As families and friends gather for the big game, we see what community looks like. It's one built on awareness, care, and love in action. Because readiness doesn't take away the risk. It brings back the joy. When you're ready to act, you're ready to live.
Visit foodallergy.org/ready to act to learn more.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good. Because today, I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org and donate if you can. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
Backups on westbound 94 from about 35th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard, the eastbound side, slowing from Mitchell Boulevard to 35th. Northbound on 41. We got backups from Mayfair Road up to Burleigh. Other than that, we really got a good ride shaping up. The bypass has been nice and clear. 4394, north and southbound looking good as well as 43. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly cloudy skies with a high of 52. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a low of 34. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth Nation, welcome Black to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. We're inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I am the legendary Home of Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Elsie in the building.
Man, excitement is in the studio this morning, and I'm not just talking about me and Dame.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all know us.
Yeah,
we
man.
got guests today.
Yeah. Family, though.
Family
guests,
Big family.
So, Dame.
In the studio with us today, y'all, we have Derek Harrell. Now, let me tell you a little bit about my brother, Derek Harrell. Derek Harrell is a professor at the Department of English at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. He's currently over what used to be called the BSU, which just had Angela Davis in town. He is the former director of the African American Studies program and Atlee Schilling Associate.
Atlee Schilling, yeah.
There you go. Associate Professor of English and African American Studies at the University of Mississippi. He's a graduate of Chicago State University MFA.
MFA.
There we go.
Yeah.
Which gave the world his previous collections of poems include Stripper in Wonderland, Cotton, and Ropes, and Come Kingdom, which is my favorite, although Stripper in Wonderland may have been inspired by my own song, Stripperella. I don't know. We're going to talk about that. I got you on the hot seat. So
Already.
I can tell.
Already,
We're
fam.
going to see if you bit my song for that book. But that's all right. And there's an anthology book called Black Fire this time, a revolutionary collection of art. He's a winner of the 2014 Mississippi Institute of Arts and Letters and Poetry Book Award. He's an MC, one-third of Milwaukee's legendary group Black Elephant, whose song Nutrition, that's me, y'all, was voted top 10 songs in Milwaukee history. But that's not even the best song on the album or his best collection of verses. Go find Burn This album for those. Y'all, for those who know, y'all know. And now, my brother is a New York Times best-selling author.
Wow.
In collaboration with 2 Chainz on The Voice in My Head is God. I welcome to the truth the poet, the MC, the professor, the activist, and my brother, Milwaukee's own Derek Harrell.
Hey, I like that.
I worked on that one.
I can tell.
You see, I worked on
like that.
I did my research.
You had the energy to hold on.
I did my research. I just couldn't go off the things that I know. I had to do my research.
You could have started with like some embarrassing stories, but you did it professionally, so I love that.
I kept it 100. We on the radio. I got to keep it 100.
I love that.
There it is. It's just me and you and family, then that's what we'll do. But just so that these people know that you are from Milwaukee, born and raised in Milwaukee. We understand what happens in Milwaukee. You used to hoop. What park did you hoop at?
Stark Park, baby.
I knew that
Stark
answer.
Park. Yeah.
I knew that answer. So now y'all know Milwaukee. My brother was born and raised in Milwaukee at Stark Park.
Stark Park, man.
And that's a Milwaukee thing right there where we ask you what park you used to be at.
What park?
Or what middle school you went to and stuff like that, right? And that's essentially Milwaukee. And you are very Milwaukee. So let me just get to the questions real quick.
All right.
Homer is a DJ and fell in love with the turntables at an early age. I'm an MC, as you know. I fell in love with hip-hop at an early age, but didn't fall in love with words and rapping until I heard I Ain't No Joke by Rakim. As a poet, as an MC, as a writer, when did you fall in love with words and know you were going to be a poet and a writer, that's what you wanted to do?
Man, damn, that's a loaded question, fam, because I'm going to try to keep my answer not so long-winded.
Do what you got to do.
Because I used to lie about this, right? I used to say, no, really, I used to say like what I thought, you know, as a person that's involved with like literary arts, what I thought maybe folks wanted to hear. Like, you know, the first time I heard Langston Hughes, or read Langston Hughes, I should say, or Gwendolyn Brooks, right? Like, that's what I used to say. And all those things informed me being connected and attracted to writing, especially poetry. But to be honest, man, it was the music that my father played when I was growing up, the records that he would play in the household. The records that he would play had stories, right? So a lot of Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, you know, Aretha Franklin, right? There were stories in those songs, right? And so he would do this thing with me where he would like sit me down and quiz me. You know, he wanted his kid to be wise. He wanted his kid to understand what love was about, what loss was about, what struggle was about. And so he'd play a song and he'd be like, all right, son, what were they talking about in that song? And I would get quizzed, and I wanted to impress my father because I love my father and adore my father, so I want him to be proud of me. So I treated it like a real test. And so I'd be like, oh, Marvin is talking about leaving his wife, paying $1 million, blah, 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 right? And so that's when I became really excited in, like, words. And then that translated to, and this is this is when I get to, like, the realness, to me, being a kid, being mannish, we know what mannish mean, right? In grade school, liking little girls and being too shy to talk to them, you know? And so I would write these letters, right? And I used to take a lot of pride, right? This is longhand. This ain't no text, right? This is no computer. There's no email.
You had to fold it up.
I had to fold it
slide
up.
It.
So I would just drop it by their locker and walk away.
That's right.
Still wouldn't talk to them. You know, and so gradually that spun into like hip hop. And then what really hit me was when I went to the Eighth No Call coffee house at UWM's campus around 99. That's where I met you, family.
Right.
And saw the open mic. And that's when I knew, like, this is what I want to do.
Absolutely. That's dope.
Now, you've written quite a few books, but outside of this latest one, which we'll dive into in a minute, but which of your books is your baby? You know, like think about it, you know, and even as a musical artist, be like, man, okay, I'm talking to this person and I've admired their work all this time. But what's your favorite song? You know, what's your favorite song as the artist? So that's kind of like where we at now. Which one that when you think about it, it makes you smile and be like, yeah, that one.
This gonna sound, Homer, this gonna sound like a cliche answer.
I know. I get it.
And I want to say one.
All of them, I get it.
But it's like having kids, right? I only have one kid, right? So it's easy for me. But, you know, those that have more than one kid, when you ask them favorite, right, they say, I love them all, I love them differently, right? I think Stripper in Wonderland I had the most fun with, though.
Okay.
So I'll say that one as far as fun. I had the most fun creating that one, writing about moving to Mississippi, writing about strip clubs, you know, writing about being free. I think that was the first time that I wrote a book that I didn't feel any pressure. The books that I published prior to Stripper in Wonderland, I was thinking, I was in grad school with the first one, Cotton. I was like, I got to get a job. Then the second one, I was like, I got to get tenure. You know, then I had already had the job, I had tenure. So Stripper in Wonderland was like, oh, I have like the opportunity to like just do whatever I want to do. Right. It was like a playground.
There you go.
Right? And so it was just more really of an artistic project. It was like a passion project that I created with that one. So I look back at some other ones. I love them all the same, but I'm like, whoo, I was going through a lot when I wrote that.
Right. There you go.
I was going through a lot when I wrote that.
There you
With
go.
Stripper in Wonderland, it felt real light.
And it all just came together probably, right? It was like, because, you know, when I write a verse, and, you know, when we write verses and things like that, when you get done or you do a song, sometimes songs take a minute, but then sometimes it's just like, pow, pow, pow. Everything falls in place.
Yep.
And I'm that's how when you describe Stripper in Wonderland, that's what I'm thinking. That you're like, everything just fell in place like it was supposed to. And it wasn't a lot of work that you had to do. It was love at that point.
I wrote that one the fastest, to your point. I wrote that probably in like a year. Not revised for like a year, but I wrote it in probably like a year. It was just pouring out of me.
There you
know,
go.
it was just pouring out of me.
That's dope. Okay, so we speaking about poems, you talked about Stripper in Wonderland. What's your favorite verse or favorite poem that you've written and why? And by that I mean the one that if you had to leave in a time capsule to show who Verb is, and his name is Derek Harrell, but I know him as Verb.
That's
Verbal
right.
High from
That's
Black
right.
Elephant. So when I say Verb, that's what I'm saying. So to leave to future generations, what would be that poem or that verse that you would say this one describes me? Like when people talk about hip hop, they say if you left shook ones for in the time capsule, they would be like, that's hip hop right there. That's what we're talking about.
Right,
What if for you personally, what would that be?
That's a hard one. Y'all asking some good questions, family. Yeah. You hit me with the text too, like I'm not giving you no hands up.
That's
I'm
right.
not giving you no
the best ones is the real
I'm not
ones.
telling you none of them, brother.
I love that. I have a poem in Come Kingdom that's called Optometrist. And Come Kingdom is a book that's really rooted in men's health. It's about, you know, a couple that's attempting to family plan and have more kids, and they're not able to have more kids, right? So a lot of the book is centered on black men talking about, like, black men's health, right? I always say when I talk about the book is, we'll talk about Giannis, you know, we'll talk about Jordan Love, you know, back in the day, obviously Aaron Rodgers, all that. But we're not often saying as black men when we're hanging out, did you have your physical this year?
Right.
Have you been to the optometrist? What's up with your eyesight?
What's up with it? Right.
So I got this one that's called Optometrist, and it really talks about, you know, it's at some point in the poem, it says, if I'm going blind, I wonder if I've seen enough. You know, and it's about my grandfather who eventually lost his eyesight. But in the end, it's me in a dark room holding my child, right? And I'm unable to see him, but I say he leaned into my lap and became another heart. And anybody that knows me know how I feel about my son. His name is Drake Harrell. I think he might even be listening. Shout out Drake. Shout out to my boy, my baby boy.
That part.
And so I mean, there's a lot more that's more lyrical, but that one, when it gets to the core and the essence of who I am and what I stand for and what I represent, I think Optometrist will be the poem.
Yeah, I love that one too. I know which one you talk about. I know which one you talk about too. That's one of my favorites. And Come Kingdom is one of my favorites as well. I like Ropes because of the fighter aspect and the way you took on the persona of the fighters. Because as an MC, it's like you embodied them, right?
And let me give you these flowers. What I love is that I never expect my brothers to actually read the poems, right? I expect my brothers to buy the book and support me, but I don't expect them to just sit down with a cup of tea or whatever, you know what I mean, and sit back and go through them all. You've gone through them all because you get the books immediately, and then I get all these long messages like, bro, what you did with this one and what you did with that one, so I appreciate you, fam.
Oh, no problem, brother. That's always love. That's always love.
How's been born in Milwaukee, born and raised? How's that played a role in your art with everything that you're doing? You know, how has that been your inspiration? Because a lot of times we hear about a bunch of other stuff that, you know what I mean? Like, but there's more, and there's a route that we took to get there. So how has that played a role in your art from being born and raised here in Milwaukee? New York Times bestseller, too.
New York Times, but that sounds good.
Yeah, don't it? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think like a lot of people that are a part and live and breathe what this city represents, the ethos and the soul of this city, it created, for me, kind of a chip on my shoulder, which means that I've always been proud of being from this city, and I've taken this city with me wherever I've gone, whether that's moving to Mississippi or being with Black Elephant and, you know, being on tour somewhere. You know, we get on stage, the first thing we say is we're from Milwaukee.
Right.
And I say that because, you know, there's a misconception, obviously, of who we are in this city and what we represent. That misconception could be about violence. That misconception could be about cows and milk and cheese, right? All y'all do is y'all just cheese. You know, y'all produce cheese there.
Laverne and Shirley.
Laverne and Shirley, right? We're so much more here. And, you know, if not for the city and the people and the communities, you know, I cut my teeth between 45th and 46th and Center. Then around 12, my parents moved us all to around 42nd and Hampton. That's where I got activated at Stark Park. And I met a bunch of people who become lifelong friends, including Devin Harris, one of my, you know, dear friends. And so when I think of this city, you know, I think that for myself, I'm a walking embodiment of what this city represents through and through. You know, there's an edginess in this city. There's a lot of love in this city. In the book, The Voice in My Head is God, Chainz says, we don't talk about how much love is in the hood, right? We often talk about the calamity. We talk about the struggles, the trauma, the obstacles, but we don't talk about the love. And in this city, growing up, and even to this day, I get a lot of love, and this city has showed me a lot of love. And so I'm a proud Milwaukee. I'm wearing a UWM hat right now.
Yeah.
I'm a proud Milwaukeean, man.
And we love it. And I know you are. And that's why that question is so important, because even as you've gone away and you've come back, and we'll talk about the book on the other side of the break, because we got to take the break, but we are proud to have you back in Milwaukee.
Yeah, absolutely. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM. We got to take care of some bills, and we'll be back with New York Times best-selling author, Dr. Derek Harrell.
The Brew Crew are back on March 26th.
Curio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they open up the season against the Chicago White Sox.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
Brewers opening day is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in March 26th at 1:10 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th at Franklin Field, featuring live performances by Shaggy, Rick Ross, Genuine, Soulja Boy, Frankie J, Mims, and more. There will be craft margaritas, Milwaukee's best taco vendors, authentic lucha libre wrestling, an exotic car showcase, a Chihuahua beauty patch, art installations, and so much more. Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th. Get your tickets at tacoandtequilafestival.com.
From office lunches to family celebrations, Cousin Subs has the crowd-pleasing catering you need. Choose from customizable party boxes, individual box lunches, fresh-baked cookies, and our classic party chips. Everything you need to satisfy any size group, big or small. Ordering is easy online or on the Cousins app, so you can focus on the fun, not the food. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Welcome, Black Truth Nation. Truth in the Morning. I'm the legendary Homer Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Elsie in the building.
You know, one of the other great things, because we have New York Times best-selling author Dr. Derek Harrell, and I want to go back to Verb and MC Dame Elsie. I felt so great when I was working at my other station, that I was the first person to play Black Elephant on the radio.
Right. Homer,
remember that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I played Black Elephant, first one to play Growing Nation. Like, you know what I'm saying? All of that stuff, man. So it was just my honor when he was like, I'm like, hey, get me the versions. I will play them. I had y'all in regular rotation.
And that's why Homer's always been loved. And people be like, even when we even when we get into it on air, that's my brother, y'all.
Yeah.
Because it goes further than whatever this is. And the same thing with Verb.
Yeah.
That's my brother.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's it.
And in being that's my brother, we talk about so much, and just being able to sit here and have this conversation with you about something professional and give you the flowers from my platform that you deserve.
Absolutely.
Is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Now let's get to the book. Let's get to this book that you wrote. The book is called "The Voice in My Head Is God." It's in collaborations with the MC 2 Chainz. What were the writing sessions like, and how did this come about? How did this collaboration come about?
Yeah, the biggest way to talk about how it came about, because it's kind of a funny story. My wife and I, my wife April Harrell, big shout out. We knew we were moving back home to Milwaukee, and so we happened to be here looking at houses with LeMaine Harris, my cousin, Ace Boone, looking at houses with LeMaine. And then I received an email that said, there's a famous and celebrated Southern rapper, I was living in Mississippi at the time, obviously, who wants... we want to know if you might be interested in working on his book with him, right? So I told April, I'm like, I just got this weird email. It's probably spam.
Right.
It's probably spam.
Right.
So I'm not going to answer, right? I'm not going to reply to the email. And she says, what if it's not? What if it's not spam?
What if it's not?
What if it's not? And I said, what do you mean? She's like, what if it's not? They left a number, call the number.
That's why you gotta have that queen on your team.
That's why you need that. You need that in your corner. And so I called, and they said, we're so happy you called. And I was ready to say no, because I'm thinking they were going to talk about like some young rapper. I'm in my 40s. I ain't got time to be, in the trap chasing no young person around and all of that, And they said, it's 2 Chainz. Brother, let me tell you, I had just got off the treadmill like a couple of days before listening to his most recent album at that point. I said, 2 Chainz. I know that's an adult. That's a grown man. That's a family man. That's somebody I could see myself working with.
Facts.
2 weeks later, I'm on a flight to Atlanta. We in the studio. We having a vibe session to see if we vibe, and it worked out. We sat and we chopped it up, listened to music all night, and by 5 in the morning ish, they were like, him and his manager was like, I think we got our guy. And so I flew back on Cloud 9, and then the work started.
Now, you wasn't on Cloud 9 because of being in the studio with. Okay, I'm just saying.
I was on Cloud 9 for many reasons.
Okay, all right, but shall we proceed? Yes, indeed. Go ahead,
yes, sir. So when you and this is I'm going off script real quick, Homer. When you sat down with Chainz, when did Chainz become aware that you was an MC yourself? That this was something you've done. So you not only just the writer, you're somebody of the culture, truly of the culture.
So let me clarify. So when I was reached out to, it was by his literary agent, right? Obviously, he has an agent that deals with his music and a manager and all that good stuff.
Right.
His literary agent reached out to me. They knew that I had a background in music, and they knew, my writing and all that. And obviously, Chainz and his team, they wanted to see my writing and all that. But to this day, I don't even know if he knows, right? That's not something I talked about. I didn't want to lead with that because I wanted to make sure there was a purity in our connection and in our friendship. And that he's like a brother to me now. And I didn't want it to seem like, and then I'm going to get a verse. I'm going to get a 16 on one of your joints after this. I was locked in, Dame, to like just being a writer, to being an author, to the pen game as it relates to, writing long form. And so I never even mentioned it, I might have mentioned it quickly in passing, but
you didn't stress it.
I didn't stress it at all.
It wasn't like, hey, let me spit this 16.
You want to? Let me put this old black elephant YouTube video on right quick for you.
Right. So with that in mind, and I just think it's perfect the meshing of it with you being a literary genius and you having that formal education and also having the black elephant education of an MC and what an MC goes through. It was like, this was perfect. And it seemed like it worked so well that now it's a New York Times bestseller.
I love when y'all keep saying that, man, because it just happened a week and a half ago. And so to keep being reminded that, the book is a New York Times bestseller, the voice in my head is God. I feel like, not to be, on the narcissism train, but I really feel like the book was perfect for me, to collaborate with 2 Chainz. I feel like based on, what I brought to the table and just me being able to connect with him on just a personal level. We were just talking about Milwaukee and the things in which that we experienced being born in this city, being raised in this city, College Park, Atlanta, Southside Atlanta, where he was born, you know what I mean? A lot of that is like similar, there's a lot of intersections. So when he's talking about certain things, I'm like, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's coming through like a Southern register and a Southern vernacular, but I know exactly what he's talking about.
Okay, so I know we got to go real quick, Homer. So let me just ask.
Yeah. I want you to kind of use my time too as well. I'll do a quick wrap up.
So I apologize, Homer. So what's your favorite passage from the book, and why? And can you read it for us real quick before we go?
We got time for that?
We got time.
All right,
people a sample.
Okay, cool. My favorite passage in the book is a passage where he talks about being having a 4-wheeler accident. And broke some bones in his leg, right? And he's in the hospital. They're drugging him up as they're doing the surgery, and his mom walks in, and his mom is, he has a very close relationship with his mom, and so she's very concerned. That's her baby boy. He's supposed to go on tour like a couple weeks after this. They were just having a celebration, got into the accident. You want me to read the passage?
Read that passage.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So now he's in the hospital, right? So they're on the way to the hospital, I should say. My people ended up driving a van through the field to get me. From there, we went straight to the hospital. I got all kinds of MRIs and x-rays, elbow dislocated, knee broken. They put me to sleep to snap my elbow back into place. I remember my mom being the only family member in the room with me. I remember waking up from the sedation and coming to. I remember the nurses asking, "Do you know who you are? Do you know where you are?" I was really groggy, but definitely understood what they were asking. I said, "Yes, I know who I am." They said, "Who are you?" And I said with a serious face, "I'm Michael Jackson." Boy, my mama said, I'm getting out of here. And I love that passage because so much of the book is heavy. Right? So much of the book is dealing with trauma and dealing with spirituality, really, really heavy subjects. And that was a part where, as he's telling the story, we're talking about the story where he busts out laughing and I bust out laughing. And I will just never forget that moment when we connected on that story.
That is a great way to end.
I am Michael Jackson.
Yes. If we did all the serious stuff we talk about, and then I'm expecting that to go someplace else. But that's just my brother and his writing. I'm
Absolutely.
Michael Jackson.
Thank you for joining us, bro. We appreciate you. We love you, man. We'll work out to be able to have you, Black.
Absolutely, man.
Dane, what you got, man, as we wrap up?
It's Friday. I just got to interview my brother.
Yes, sir.
On air for the first time. I'm tearing up because y'all don't understand. I've watched this man work to get to this point, and to see him be a New York Times bestseller.
That part.
Let's get it.
Of course, tonight I'll be going to check out One Night of Queen at the Marcus Performing Arts Center. Of course, I'll give my reviews on it on Monday, but if you like the group Queen, they're going to be at the Marcus Performing Arts Center Impact tonight, 7:30 p.m. showtime. If nobody has told you that they love you today, I want to let you know that I love you. Up next, the award-winning Truth with Sherwin Hughes on the award-winning 101.7 FM. New edition, I'm coming to see you. We got a whole blowradio.com section at the Pfizer Forum. So it's going down this weekend. Love you, babes. Talk to my agent. We up out of here. Peace.